Welcome! We are happy to be able to bring this video to you. At the MU Thompson Center, we are passionate about supporting individuals with autism and their families. Our goal is to provide you with information to assist you as you navigate daily life with your child. After viewing this video, be sure to check out the resources discussed in this training and the additional resources located on the Thompson Center website. Transition is a process which is ongoing and needs focused long-term planning. An estimated 80% of people with autism are underemployed and unemployed, even though many are highly educated and eager to work. This video is designed to give parents and caregivers more information about the transition process and tips to help your child meet their transition goals. Regardless of the age of your child, this video will discuss applicable information on how to address transition at all developmental stages. Laws and what a transition plan is. Transition plans are an essential part of the Individuals with Disabilities Education Improvement Act for high school students with individualized education plans. Transition plans are designed to ensure that the student will be provided the necessary skills and services to make a smooth transition from school to adult life with as little interruption as possible. Legally in Missouri, transition must be addressed at the IEP when the individual turns 16, but the earlier you can start, the better. Each year, the plan should be updated to include current abilities and goals. The individuals must be invited to attend his or her IEP team meeting if it will include the discussion of the post-secondary goals or the transition services needed to reach those goals. The plan should encompass what the individual needs to have a good life by including strengths and present academic and functional performance, measurable post-secondary goals that are generalizable to further education, training, employment, independent living, and community involvement. In addition, the IEP goals should correspond and aid your child in meeting post-secondary goals, and a timeline for achieving these goals. A thorough plan includes people or agencies identified to help with the post-secondary goals, clarification of how roles will be coordinated, and a plan for identifying post-graduation services and supports, including how to obtain the necessary funding for accessing such services and supports. In a nutshell, the transition plan looks at goals that answer the questions of what the individual is going to do with their life after receiving the high school diploma. To ensure the plan includes the best answer to this question, it should include information about where your child is, where they need to go, and the plan for getting there. Tips to best work with the school. The best way to work with the school is to keep lines of communication open. Advice: make sure the right people are at the table for each meeting. These meetings can be an emotional experience, so the more you can prepare and the more people at the table can be really helpful. Consider asking for representation from your regional office to be present. The regional office is a resource through the Department of Mental Health that provides a way to set up services offered by the state. The link on the resources page will give you information about eligibility and contact information. During the senior year meeting, the school should make a referral for someone from vocational rehabilitation to be present. Prior to the meeting, ask your contact at the school if they have referred your child for services and invited VR to the meeting. At the end of each meeting with the school or regional office, ensure everyone is on the same page for the action plan and understands his or her responsibilities. The goal is to keep progress moving forward, so follow up as needed to ensure progress is happening between meetings. Keeping the lines of communication open with school personnel, the regional office, and VR throughout the year in small chunks will hopefully allow you to avoid getting overwhelmed during the IEP meetings. Examples of questions you should be asking. Does this current IEP move my child towards independence and to their post-secondary goals? How can we ensure that the post-secondary goals are challenging, but also realistic? How is the school incorporating independence and work into the daily schedule? Is the evaluation up to date? The plan should include the current level of abilities to ensure the plan is written effectively. In addition, Some colleges, universities, and trade schools require the official evaluation or reevaluation to be current within the last 5 years to receive accommodations. What services is school providing? For example, ensure the school is incorporating the pre-employment transition services starting at the age of 16. This is a program that focuses on job readiness skills, sets up job shadowing experiences, helps students obtain permits, etc. You should automatically receive paperwork on this, but it is easy to miss in the daily shuffle. Tips to support your child. Just like working with the school, communication is key. Communicate and validate about your child's feelings, preferences, interests, and activities regularly. Investigate your child's resource options before making any concrete choices and understand the IDEA transition laws before the IEP and transition meetings. For example, before deciding on the path of a 4-year university program, consider an orientation course at a local community college. These courses are often free of charge and offer your child an opportunity to better understand the expectations of higher education courses. Plan and set goals with your child on what they want their future to look like. Research shows that children whose parents believed their child would hold a job were 5 times more likely to have a paid job after high school. It is natural to question and worry about the child's future, but it is important to focus on their strengths, preferences, and interests and build from there. When making the plan and setting goals, there are several different tools you can use. For example, for each of the transition domains, list the strengths and needs. These strengths and needs should inform the post-secondary goal developed by the IEP team. Once the post-secondary goals are identified, work with the team to break down each goal to show how the goals will be worked on across activities, classes, and in the community. Start with small goals and build the big ones. For example, when it comes to career readiness, you don't have to jump right into finding the job that your child will have for the rest of their life. Start with awareness of different careers, what it looks like to have different careers, and then start preparing with training and precursor jobs. Be an advocate for your child to ensure their needs and wants are being met, and when they aren't, have a backup plan ready. Encourage and support your child's decision and help them along to ensure their transition to independence successfully. Individuals need to be able to initiate and complete familiar tasks without adult support to be successful in a work environment. Instead of stepping in when you see your child struggling, give them time to problem solve. If they are unable to do so, ask, "How can you problem solve?" Remind your child they can look around, ask a sibling or a peer. You want to make sure you are not always the tool they are using to get things done. At home and in the community, you can support your child with social skills and independence. Encourage your child to engage in community activities, volunteer, set own alarms and schedule, manage their own money, complete chores, navigate, cook, or many other daily activities. When first learning these skills, it will take more time than just doing it yourself. But the goal is to eventually transfer these tasks completely over to your child. This process does not need to be all on your shoulders. Work with your regional office to access additional resources such as volunteer programs, respite care, ready-to-work programs, and many more. Focus on work. Remember, work leads to receiving a paycheck, increased independence, improved self-esteem, and improved quality of life. Even if attending post-secondary education is on your child's path, the ultimate goal is still employment, so continue to build his or her resume. Be sure to stair-step the process so that your child's volunteer and work experience is guiding them to their ultimate career path. Most of us have several different job experiences throughout our life, so it is not the expectation to find the perfect job for your child right away. Allow your child to learn and grow from each experience to better define what they want and don't want out of their career. You may be worried about the individual losing or not being eligible for benefits like Social Security disability insurance, supplemental security income, Medicaid, and Medicare if the individual works too much. In most cases, this is a myth. It is possible to work, have more money, and maintain healthcare. Missouri Disability Benefits 101 offers a lot of information about benefits, myths, and a calculator to estimate benefits. Your child can work without losing benefits. Remember, this can be an overwhelming process, but the more early action you take, the smoother the transition process will be. There are high school work programs across the state that can provide the individualized access to work in a supported environment. As this is just a brief overview of the transition process, we'd like to provide you with a few ideas of reputable resources to check out for more information. Check out the resource list on the homepage for this video. Thank you for joining us. For more information on autism and other training opportunities, go to the MU Thompson Center's website. We would like to thank the Alan P. and Josephine B. Green Foundation for their contribution to support this training video.